Bună dimineața din Romania. Good morning from Romania. It's my third day here. I've been staying 2 nights in this hotel in Timisoara. The first night was not very pleasing. I had to change my hotel room at 6 in the morning. I was too tired to go at midnight after washing my hair to ask the receptionist to help me to change the room. It was so loud from the air conditioning machine, simply feeling like being in a factory. And the western part of Romania here goes through a heat wave. Every time I was opening the window, simply a wave of hot air was coming in. So I didn't know what's worse, having the window open and getting also some noise from the street, from the park here, or having the noise of the air conditioning. But everything got solved at 6 in the morning, or almost 7 o'clock, I think it was. I went to the reception and the lady there was so nice. Immediately she gave me a different room, and here is much better. It was better. I could sleep. The air conditioning is not super quiet, but still it's much better and it's cooling nice. Otherwise, they're really good. I've never been staying here. I don't know if I will come back here again because I have a favorite hotel in Timisoara. Unfortunately, it was fully booked, and I see it actually as a good sign because here in Romania, it doesn't feel like being in a pandemic anymore. People are back to, let's say, normality, back to enjoying life, back to doing business, traveling. And this is what I appreciate a little bit more than being in Vienna, because in Vienna still is quiet. I see it from my shop, I see it from the streets around the shop, it's still quiet. And of course, it's not good, but it's also good to travel. It's also good to be away now on holidays. The plan for the next day is as follows. So now I will get dressed, I will pack everything. By the way, the hotel provided me with an ironing machine and a bolt, and I so much appreciate it because I like to have my clothes and my dresses ironed. I've been hanging them in the car, but still some were getting some pleats, some wrinkles, and they were so nice. They said simply keep it in the room. We have many more, and yeah, that's nice. It's a four-star hotel. They don't have sleepers though. I've been looking for sleepers, but of course I'm always prepared to have a pair of sleepers with me. And yeah, so the plan for the next days is as follows. Uh, Today I will be going to a beautiful area in the southwestern part of Romania. I've never been there. I will be stopping in the first city. It's called Oravita. I will more go there for my mom, for my mother. She begged me to visit it. She knows it very well. I hope it's beautiful. I hope that I'll have something to see, but I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's full of history. And this city borders Serbia. It's only 1.5 hour drive from Timisoara. And I would so much love that in the next days to simply be in the middle of the nature. Since a couple of months, I want to visit a monastery. Like I said, I've never been to this part of the country, and I've been in touch to this monastery with a nun, a very nice nun, and they are waiting for me there. They don't provide accommodation, but they gave me a list of places, and yesterday I've been calling to 6 or 7 places from this list, I think to almost all of them, and they were all fully booked. And before I lost hope, I said, okay, I have to find something. I called at the last place, and the gentleman on the phone said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm in traffic, I'm driving. Let me ask my wife what we have available and I will get back to you. He called back after 10 minutes and he said, look, we have 5 rooms. We are a small guest house, and luckily for you and for us, we have 1 room free. 4 are occupied, 1 room is free, so you are highly welcome. But it would be such a shame to stay only 1 night, so my plan was to stay only 1 night. Please, please, please stay longer. At first I said no because my mother is waiting for me. She's counting the minutes until I get to see her or get to see me. And then I said, no, actually, I will stay for 2 nights. And then he said that he's a priest of the village, and on Sunday morning he will be having a service in the church, and I'm welcomed to join the service, to also see the local traditions, to see the people there, and to simply get in touch with everything what they have. So I'm so excited. I'm so curious to see how everything looks and feels. I will be in the middle of the nature. I want to connect to it. I want to see everything, to smell the air, the land, the plants. I will be visiting actually two monasteries, and this location, this accommodation is right between them. So today I will be visiting one monastery, so the big city, or the bigger city, Oravita is called. Then the first monastery, I will be then driving to this accommodation, and tomorrow or on Sunday, I will go to the main monastery where I'm planning since months now, since January, to go to visit. So I will be packing now, getting ready. I don't know what food or what shops they have in this village where I will be staying. So I will go to my favorite foods farmers, let's say farmers market in Timisoara, and I will be getting some tomatoes and I don't know, some vegetables, some cheese, some good cheese. I love Romanian cheese. I didn't get to eat any good Romanian food here, just some pretzels, some dry things. I didn't have the time. Yesterday I've been filming an episode about Timisoara. Actually, I was filmed by my editor Cosmin. We've been spending hours and hours, and I think we only covered maybe 5 or 10% of Timisoara. It's so diverse and it's so much to see and to discover. But of course, I will be coming back here. I simply wish to make a short introduction for you. Many of you know Timisoara, many of you are living here or in Romania, but simply I would like to show it through my eyes, or through Cosmin's eyes. I don't know if this episode will come before or after this vlog. Let's see, I didn't plan. Regarding my perfumes, yesterday, so I took samples. I took samples with me because I don't want to have any bottles, especially now in the car. It's so hot. Yeah, having the sample is more practical. Also, in my flat in Bucharest, I have some bottles. I always forget what bottles I have in Bucharest. It's a surprise. So yesterday I've been using Volong Cha Nishane, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I don't have much left in this little bottle, but I will be using it today, and I think I will buy it. I will buy the bottle. It's too tempting to not to have it. And yeah, I think that's it. You are invited to join me. You are invited to come with me. I'm sure that many of you live here in Romania, but I think it's also interesting to see it through my eyes, through my feelings, and yeah, I need the nature here. I'm so excited about it. So come with me. I just parked at the farmers market, and it's really busy. But now let's see what they have. I saw some melons from the distance. Maybe I'll get a melon, a watermelon, and yeah, it feels a bit strange. I don't know, it's quite busy, but I'm also curious to see what I will find. Yeah, with it. I will also take some cucumbers. I've been so much looking forward to come to get some cheese, and I will be stopping here at this cheese stall to this handsome man.
Hello.
What's your name?
Gita.
Gita, and you come from Sibiu, yes?
Yes.
And the cheese is made here, is prepared here. They have so many types. You see, they have the yellow cheese, they have cream. Here, what type of cheese do you have? I think you have sheep cheese, sheep?
Sheep. Yes.
Sheep, and what else? Do you have goat, I see, and cow cheese? Oh, thank you. Ooh, that's very usual in Romania to try it. And I see an icon, some honey, and some cheeses are more salty. others are less salty. And as prices, you can see them here. They cost between 5 to 7 euro 1 kilo, so it's amazing. The cream is 9 euro a kilo, a liter. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I think I will be taking from the salty one. Wasn't I? Yes, it's already prepared because he knew that I would like to have the salty one. And yes, my bag is almost full, ready to move on. I'm still in the market and I have to tell you this. I parked the car, it's a really busy street, busy area, hundreds of cars, and I found a free spot. I wasn't sure about it. I asked the guy if this free spot is right, is legal. He said yes, yes, don't worry. Earlier today, I downloaded an app, a parking app, and I paid for 1 hour. I'm not good with apps, but I managed to pay 1 hour. I parked, I entered the market. People were asking me, please, please buy from me, buy from me. Then I stopped to get some tomatoes and cucumbers. And I asked the lady if I can film. She said, yes, yes, sure, but not her face, just her hands or my hands. Absolutely no problem. Then I've been telling her that I will go today to the first monastery, Kalugara it's called. And all of a sudden she got so emotional, she almost started to cry. She said that she comes from Maramuresh County. It's a bit up in the north from here, so more in the north. I think it's like a 4-hour drive from Timisoara. And she went to this monastery, Kalugara, some years ago, and she prayed for a miracle, and the miracle happened. And she's angry with herself that she didn't manage to go back there to thank God from there, to thank those monks living there. And she begged me, she said, please, I would like to give you a box of tomatoes and a box or a huge bag of cucumbers to bring to the monks. They don't have much food there, and I will also give you some money and a list of names that they can pray for us. And I said, really, I mean, do you really trust me? And she said, don't even ask. She said, don't even ask. I see you are a good person, and if you go today there, because I don't want the food to get off, if you go today there, it's still really hot. You see, I'm sweating. Please, please, please accept. And if you have a place in the car, accept to take everything with you. And I said, yeah, sure, I will make a round. I will get some cheese and other things, and I will get back to you in 10-15 minutes. Then I went to the car to get it closer to her selling point. And I saw on the windshield, I saw a big paper with a fine, a parking fine. And it's my first parking fine ever in Romania. I got 2 in Austria ever, but never in Romania. I have my driving license since 22 years, and I was so surprised because I kind of trusted the guy telling me that everything is okay, is fine. And on this paper, it was written that I have to go to a police station with my ID, and within 15 days, then I will be paying just half. I think it's like 70 euros, so half would have been 35 euro. And then I thought, wow, that was an expensive farmer's market trip. But yes, I was wrong. I was wrong, and I'm ready to accept it. But still, I drove to the lady to get the stuff, and people around her heard me asking where this police station could be, the address. Of course, it was written there, but I wanted to know how far is it from here. And they said, you can go to any station. One is just here by the market, just, I don't know, 50 meters away. And the policeman was leaving. Actually, there were 2. They were leaving. One was in the car. One was stepping out of the station. And there was another lady with the same situation or a similar situation with a bill, with a fine. And they invited us in. They were a bit upset with us. And I said I'd take full responsibility. I stayed a bit long, maybe 20, 25 minutes. And yeah, because they said if it would have been just a couple of minutes, that would have not been a problem, but you stayed over 20 minutes. And I said yes. It took me a bit of time to talk to the lady. I met her here by chance, this farmer, and she asked me to select some stuff for the monks in the monastery. So it's absolutely my fault, but simply I wanted to do a goodwill gesture. And then they said, okay, then go to your car, get your passport, bring your passport here, bring all the documents, the car documents, and we'll prepare the Strafe, the fine. I went back to the car, I picked up everything, and then when I returned to the station, they said, look, we know that you go to a monastery. Just say a prayer for us. Just say a prayer for us. We see that it was not intentional. You paid the parking for 1 hour. You are in the wrong. Absolutely, you are in the wrong. But it's a busy street. The signs were not visible, that you are not allowed, because actually the signs were on the road and other cars were parked on the road. And don't do it. Don't do it again. Next time you do it, you will pay. But today, please just say a prayer for us, yeah, and have a nice trip. And it almost made me cry, really. It made me cry, and yes, it's something to learn from it, to also always be, not also, to always be generous, and to also make the difference between wrong and right. So I have more energy now to live. I think I will stop to get some food from a supermarket, like yogurt. Maybe I'll get something for the monks also. I got some bread, some dark bread for them. 2 breads, I hope it's enough. I think there are 3 or 4 monks. Let's see. So now I'm going to type in my navigation system, Oravita train station, and I want to see if I get lucky, because there is a train route for that it takes 2 hours, yeah, that is amazing, through the forest, through some beautiful tunnels. It's an old road, old train, and you can only buy of course the tickets and reservation. If they finish the reservations, the seats, then they cannot sell anything. So I will go now to Oravita, the train station, and we'll try to get a ticket for tomorrow. And I think I will be vlogging tomorrow in Oravita, because honestly I want to get as fast as possible to the monks to get them the food. And yes, let's see how far it is. 1 hour and 36 minutes, 106 kilometers. Let's go. Easy and slowly, because it's still really crowded. But the people were so nice. Everyone was so nice and sweet. So humble and pure and really kind. I miss that a lot. You know, I think that people that work a lot in the earth, with the earth, they have such a special connection to everything around, and this is what I appreciate a lot. This parking lot is reserved for the farmers, but they told me that I can stay here, I can park here until the night if I wish. I'm absolutely welcomed. The market is called Josephine, and like I said, it's my favorite market. I've been often coming on foot here, so that's why I don't know much about parking.
In 100 meters, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Boulevard O'Reilly Carroll I.
60 meters, I'll go to the right. It's also confusing and not really easy, but you know, when you are careful, then nothing bad can happen.
In 200 meters, turn left onto Boulevard Oilio Maniu, DN59.
I'll go now. Slowly exiting Timisoara. This neighborhood is called Josephine. I've been filming with Cosmin yesterday.
In 500 meters, at Piazza Oilio Maniu, take the second exit onto
It was getting dark yesterday, and we couldn't film too much, but now you can see a little bit better. arrived in Oravita. This is the train station, and now I'm going to look for the ticket center. I feel a bit strange here. I've been asked for money from this guy there. He asked me to give him money. So I was told to go up the stairs. Possibly the ticket place is closed. So let's see. It looks a bit strange and run down, and it smells bad of urine. But I'm not giving up. I will go in and ask. Oh, it's so pretty. Look how pretty it looks. And kind of renovated. Some old trains. Closed. I asked my mom what should I bring them besides the bread that I got, and she said I should get some olives and some oil. What else did I got? Some cereals, like pure cereals, no sugar ones. And I got them some lemons, some spread for the bread. And when I arrived here, there was nobody around. Nobody. The monastery's door was opened, and I could enter. I could film, photograph a little bit. I could sit down, say a prayer. But I needed to find someone to give the vegetables, to give the cucumbers and the tomatoes. Also, in Romania, it's hard to describe it, but you write some notes with the names of the people that you want the priest or the monks or the nuns to pray for, and you write everything on a note, and these notes you give them. So I had such a note from this lady, and I also wrote 2 notes for my family and for the policeman that forgave me. And I said to myself, okay, I really need to find someone. And all other doors were locked. I knocked on doors, they were locked. And then almost when I said I'll have to find a solution to leave everything here. So I'm good to go. I had to fix a little bit the camera. It was moving around. The road is pretty difficult still. I had to stop the car a little bit because the camera fell down. I was saying that when I thought that I would find nobody and I'd have to find a place, a spot where I could leave everything there, my bag and the ladies' things, and then those notes. I was heading towards the car and I heard a noise coming from the back of a building, and I approached the building and I said, "Good afternoon, hello," and then came a monk. I was so amazed. He was looking like Jesus. He was looking like Jesus. He was so gentle and tender and slim, dressed in really long black dresses, and something, I think he was wearing something on his head. He had a long beard, very young, maybe he was 28. And I told him I tried to, not to get too much of his time, so I tried to explain him very fast, and he said, yes, I will come to the car to take everything inside, and we can go twice. And I said, no, it's fine, you go once and I'll go twice. So then he showed me where the kitchen is, where they eat. Today is Friday, so they are fasting. He said that every Wednesdays and Fridays they are fasting, and the next longer period will be between the 1st and the 15th of August. And he asked me, there was a cook lady, and he asked me if I would love to eat there with them or simply on my own. I don't know. He asked me, would you like to sit down and enjoy a meal here? And I wanted to say yes, yes, of course. The kitchen looked so nice, so simple, but so nice and inviting. But I said no, thank you so much, I appreciate. No, maybe next time. I didn't want to get too much of that time, but then he said, please, let me show you in the church the holy icon. Yeah, the holy icon was found in the 16th century, and this icon gives the whole special energy that you feel here. So that's the source of this whole energy. On the way to the icon, I told him the story of the policeman, and he said, I understand that there are many people that believe, that have faith. I fully understand that. And I said, yes, to me it's always a big surprise, but I'm sure to you it's something normal to see so many people having faith. And then he told me that they have a spring coming directly, of course, from the mountain behind the church. And if I have a bottle, I can take some of their water. And I said, yes, sure, this I got. Of course, cold. It's raining, 22 degrees, but this water is really cold, so I'm looking forward to taste it, to drink it. So that's it. Until now, I'm heading to my accommodation place. The owner called me like 2 hours ago, asked me if I'm still interested to come to them. I said, of course, yes, but everything takes longer, and I simply want to enjoy it. Even if it's raining, it doesn't make any difference to me. I'm here in the middle of the nature, and I so much appreciate everything. I just stepped into my room. I'm at the accommodation. I arrived at around 5:30 p.m. and now it's past 10 p.m. I've been sitting outside on the terrace in the garden. The first 2 hours I was chatting with the owner of this place. He's a priest, and he's so highly intelligent and open to share his knowledge. So we were chatting and chatting and chatting. 2 hours later came 4 ladies that are staying here. They are tourists. They are staying here since Tuesday. They will be leaving on Sunday. Every day they do a different trip around this area. And they were sitting with us and also chatting and chatting, sharing their experiences, also their impressions. And Everyone is so nice and welcoming and absolutely familiar, although we never met before. It was such a pleasure to stay there. But now it's time to eat because I didn't eat anything today. I prepared here a salad with all the ingredients that I got at the farmer's market. I always like to add some lemon juice, so there is a lemon here. I have some dark bread. It tastes really good. I didn't try it, but I know it. I know this bread. Then I have here some forest fruits, also from the farmer's market. They smell like paradise, and some yogurt. I'm not going to finish all now, but it's always good to have extra food on the table. The plan for tomorrow is as follows. In the morning, I will be filming a little bit here on the street. The houses are stunning. Exactly my type. Maybe you'll not like them, but my type. They are old, over 100 years old. And actually, you'll see them. It makes no sense to tell you now. In the evening, tomorrow evening, I'm planning to do a confession in the church. The church is 300 years old, and the owner of this place is, I don't know how to say, is preaching there. Yeah, he's preaching in this church since 12 years. He told us the whole history of this church, how he got here. Like I said, he's in a high rank in the church, yeah, hierarchy, but still he chose to come here. It's really a beautiful, beautiful story. And I will be doing a confession. I think it's called confession in English. He was highly surprised that I've never did that before. I never had the chance. I never thought that I need one. But this time I think that I will need it. I think I came to the age where I need some, let's say, answers. Although I talk to God. I talk to God and He always gives me answers. Yes. But I would like to hear answers from someone that is also close to God. And simply for my soul, there are some things that I cannot fully talk to my family. Maybe because I'm not doing certain facts, yeah, but I'm having certain thoughts, and it will make no sense to simply bother them with my thoughts. But with a priest, I think it's different. So I'm very excited, but also a bit nervous about tomorrow evening. The confession will take place in the church. My plan for tomorrow is to also try to get a seat in the train from Oravita. And as you saw today, it was closed, the train station was closed, and you need a seat, you need a reservation in order to get in the train. And somebody told me, some taxi drivers outside told me that usually on the weekend there are many people, many tourists, and it will be, let's say, a lottery to get a seat or not. Otherwise, I will be doing something else. I don't know anything about this place, but there is so much to discover, to see. And next time, what I will do, what I'm very interested in, is to visit Belgrade. Belgrade is only 1.5, 2 hours away from here. I've heard it's stunning, it's very beautiful to visit. So I will be doing that next time. But now simply I will be staying in the middle of the nature. Today it was raining. I couldn't stay too long outside. But here in the garden, it was perfect, perfect, perfect. Now I'm going to call my family. I'm sure they are worried. Not worried, but they are wondering what I'm doing so long. Because I promised to call them long, long ago. I would like to wish you good night, to thank you for being with me, for being interested to see Romania through my eyes. Until now, everything was so beautiful and cozy, as you can see. Also, this room is cozy, outside is cozy, everywhere is exactly how I wanted and looking for. And yeah, continue to be with me, and let's see what tomorrow, what the weekend will have to offer us. Good night.